And so I'm just going to go through, who is it exactly for? So it's for men wanting to create more consistency in their action. So more consistency in life, more consistency on better memories, more consistency on showing up, more consistency in your health, your career development, your relationship nurturing. Okay, more control of how you spend your time, use your time, manage your energy, use your energy, your productivity, and getting the balance right across the 4 pillars. And then one of the most important ones is clarity. So over the period of time, over 4 weeks or 5 weeks, if you join on before Sunday, what I really want is clarity in here about what you want out of life, the direction that you're going. Because right now, what we're establishing is that we're kind of like in this lull, in this whirlpool, or this hamster wheel, where you're just running and you're sprinting, but we're not actually moving anywhere. So gaining clarity and creating clarity in the 4 pillars, in the structure of those 4 pillars, allows us a little bit more focused on the direction that we're going. All right. So if that's what you're looking for, and as a direct result, as a byproduct, what we're learning to do is be more of a prioritize ourselves a little bit more. All right. And I'm going to go into that tonight. Become that best version of yourself. So the best version of you, then being able to give the best version to everyone else, which we're going to go through in a minute. Taking more ownership of what you're doing and how you're living your life and the decisions that you're making, rather than just existing in the same spot over and over and over again and waiting for something to happen. Being more accountable, so having accountability in your life, support, and then learning to be more organized. So if that is, you listen to that and you go, I need all of that, then it might be for you. All right. Why would you do it? Well, I always say to the guy, what's the alternative? So there's 2 options. Number 1, you can invest in yourself a little bit in terms of learning a new way of thinking, learning new strategies and tactics and mindsets to improve the way that you're living your life. Or the alternative is not to do anything and we go straight back to the way that we live our normal life next week. You would have done the 5-day, you would have touched on it, would have been motivating, and then you go into next week and you kind of go straight back to it thinking, I'm going to get round to it, I'm going to get round to it, I'm going to get round to it. So why would you do it? If you're unhappy and you're here and you're like pissed off with the way that you're living your life, I swore, and you're annoyed with the way that you're living your life, then I always say to guys, what's the alternative? And whenever anyone asks me, what happens if I don't train? What happens if I don't show up? I always say, well, what's on the other side of those actions? So why would you do it? Well, you would want to improve yourself. You want to make sure that you're looking after yourself. You want to make sure that you're thinking about your future, that you're being a better husband, a better father, that you're not just staying in a job, or you're not going to stay in a job for the next 20 years of your life, sucking it up and taking punches to the face every single day. I like to think that, and I know from experience of having done this for the however many years now, that guys, you start to learn to take more control of your life, making better decisions, logical decisions, thinking more long term rather than just taking those punches in life. Okay, so where and when is it? So we start on the 7th of August, Saturday the 7th of August, all right? It is an online program. So this is an opportunity to secure your place on the early bird, and it's flexible. And it's obviously not as intense as this. So when I say flexible, how it usually works is that for those that register or come and join us before Sunday, you're going to get a bonus. You're going to get 2 bonuses. One of those bonuses is doing a Zoom workshop with me. So instead of me just talking to the phone, we're going to be able to communicate back and forth. And it's just going to be an evening with me, and I'm going to take you through the app. I'm going to discuss how the app works. I'm going to discuss how the courses work, how the modules work, and I'm going to talk you through in detail. There is no social media involved here, so it doesn't matter if you're not on Facebook or you're not on Instagram or whatever, you don't need social media. I found that when we did it on social media, men used to get distracted, and I don't want you getting distracted. I want you focused. So on that Zoom, I will clarify everything for you, ask your questions, give you the best approach to how to attack these, and it will be 5 weeks if you're with us, because the other bonus is you'll get a bonus week. So it won't be just 28 days, it will be 5 weeks. And that extra week is about getting you prepared mentally, physically, and being able to make sure that when Saturday happens and you put your first weekly plans in, bang, you know exactly what's going on. You'll already feel more control just from the Zoom and the pre-course. So that group coaching session will happen at the end of July. Those registering before Sunday will be starting obviously at the start of August, not the 7th. Remember, you get your bonus week, so we'll be starting at the beginning, which I think is going to be Monday the 2nd of August, if I'm thinking right, if I've got my dates right. And that's when we get started, okay? So what's included? So there are 15 modules to go through, and each one will be teaching you something different. The first week's theme is very much about self-awareness. The second week is very much focused on routines. The third week is very much focused on personal, time and organization management. And then the last week is about action and why maybe you don't take action. It's like intentional implementation type things. And along the way, there will be updates on Monday, mindset updates on Monday, Wednesday and Friday to improve the way that you think, the emotions that you're going through, and they have proven to be super successful with the guys. Now, as well as those, we do 2 workshops, another 2 Zoom workshops, and we do them on the first Saturday and the third Saturday in the morning. And that will be us discussing the program, your breakthroughs, your outcomes, and then the second workshop, okay, how are we going to move forwards? You've learned these basic skills. How do we keep growing from here? And they're very powerful. They go on anywhere between 2.5 hours. They've even been known to go on for 3 hours, but you don't have to stay for all of it. There's no pressure to talk. There's just come in, listen to us having a conversation. You might listen to some of them on my podcast already, so you've got a good idea. Done all that. So we do accountability. So we do micro morning accountability in the morning. So you have to show up and you have to tell us what you've done. There's planning accountability. So on Saturdays, you'll show up, you'll do your plan for the week, which will all be taught to you. Then on Wednesday, you'll do a check-in to tell us how you're doing with the things that you said you were going to do. We've got breakthrough Mondays. We've got Q&A Tuesdays. So in and around this is very much about us giving you the module, you thinking about it, going away, and then implementing it, okay? It's not like you're committed, because I know that you still have to have a career and you still have to run your life, but alongside that, we're working with you, okay? There is ambassador guidance. So when you come in, you will be allocated an ambassador. Depending on how many people join the course, there's usually going to be about 6 to 8 people in that group, and that ambassador will be checking in on you. We will be calling you out on Sundays for those that haven't shown up. But not just calling you out, making sure that you're all right. So we will go through and contact you to do it. There's support from the team, obviously myself, John and Mike. Okay, and then there was obviously workouts and programs and stuff in there for you to be able to do as well. So it's a full package. And we've been running it now for many, many years. And there are 2 rules that I feel that you must follow if you want to make it successful. So if you want to come out of that 28 days with stronger foundations, stronger fundamentals, having the 3 C's nailed and feeling much better about the way that you're living life with more direction, there's 2 rules you have to be willing to follow. Number 1 is that you have to show up every single day. Even if it's just 1%, it doesn't matter if you're the unfittest, it doesn't matter if you're 3 stone overweight, it doesn't matter if you're not connected with life for the last 2 years. It's literally about showing up 1% a day, every single day, over those 5 weeks, all right? The second one is meeting us halfway. So if you do the modules, if you engage in them, remember most of it is about thinking about them. Some of the modules are about teaching, and you can practice and you meet us halfway and you get back to us when we check in on you. You cannot go wrong. You cannot fail. I have never known anyone not to come out of this program following those 2 rules to not say, my God, I didn't progress in life. Okay, we've been doing this a long time. We have nurtured this, we have grown it, we have perfected it based on clients coming through and asking them, how can we improve this? So how do you get on it? All right, so the bonuses are, you get £105 off, okay? So normally this is like $250, but anyone that comes on this challenge, it's 145 quid, which by the way is £4.40 a day. The way that I priced it is that I think it's a cup of coffee and a chocolate bar. And if you end up cutting out all of the crap that you end up spending on takeaways, Amazon, Pornhub, Babe Station, beers. If you just looked at how much you spend on stuff that you don't need and then put it into yourself, then if you really wanted to invest in yourself and improve yourself, you could. All right, so I've made it as affordable as possible. You get the bonus, you get the bonus prep week, you get the bonus Zoom calls, and you'll also get my Zero to Hero fitness program, okay, which has got like up-teen workouts. Okay, you follow that program. Many people have bought that for like 100 quid and gone away and lost tons of weight with it. And it's based on a lot of workouts that I used to do in the military as well. So you'll get that as well. The link is in the bio.